So this video is for folks who have fraudulently opened accounts on their credit reports that are showing there that the lender is not willing to remove or the credit bureaus are not willing to remove. I'm going to go by a step-by-step process that we've used over 20 years with a 100% success rate with the help of our associate attorneys to get accounts removed, credit reports rectified. Now, most people claim that they're victims of identity theft, and those claims are false according to the credit bureaus. They claim that majority of people saying that they're victims of identity theft are lying or making stuff up. So please, this process is only to be followed if you're a legitimate victim of identity theft. And if you're not sure, if you don't recognize the accounts, don't blindly make the claim that you're a victim of identity theft. There's more ways to find out if this account is yours or not. So without further ado, here's how the process looks. The first thing you want to do is look at all 3 credit reports and look at which items you do not recognize. And the next step is really important. You want to call each of the creditors who you believe are reporting fraudulently. Why? Because debts get sold from one credit card company to another, one bank to another, and from banks to collection companies. So sometimes you may not recognize that particular creditor, but it could be an account that you started in the past. So that doesn't mean it's identity theft to some. So let's just say if you find out an account from Bank of America on your credit report, and you're like, hey, I've never dealt with Bank of America. Call a Bank of America and say, okay, can you tell me more about this account? Where the credit card was mailed to? Or what address did you guys have when the account was started? Normally, identity thieves never use your address or address that you've lived at. So if you see that you live in California and there's a credit card that was started and the address that the credit card was started under was in Michigan, even you've never lived in Michigan, that is irrefutable proof, at least to yourself, that this is identity theft, and you could go forward with that claim. Now, if they say that, oh, we have your address and it seems like we mailed the credit card to your home on this particular date, well, you want to do some deeper digging and find out, well, was this a Bank of America card, or did you guys take over this card from somebody else? What's going on here, right? Another thing you could do is verify your phone number and email address and see what phone number and email was used to start up the account, because identity thieves do not use your own email or phone number. These are ones that they make up. Okay, so once you declare yourself a victim of identity theft, then you got to go file a police report and an FTC report, which according to the FCRA makes up a identity theft report. And without this, you can't declare yourself a victim of identity theft. So therefore, the police report and the FTC report that you file, you're going to be putting information on there under perjury. If you're lying, the police will basically end up, taking issue with that. And I've seen people end up with charges against them. So therefore, it is really, really important to make sure that the statement that you're making is correct. Don't blindly just go ahead and say this is fraudulent and you haven't called the creditor. And later on, they're able to find out that, oh, the card was sent to your house, and and then that's going to be hard to explain. So, and sometimes what I see is that the card may be sent to your house. It could be a roommate started that, but if that's the case, you want to find out and put that in the police report as well too. So this is really serious stuff. So you want to go ahead and do some digging before you make these claims on the FTC report and the police report. Now, when you file the police report, you want to go ahead and state the account name, account number, and the amount, and when the account was opened up. So let's just say if I have 4 Capital One accounts and one of them is fraudulent, I just don't say on the police report that I have a fraudulent Capital One account. I'm going to notate which account it was, what is the account number, what is the amount. Really, really important. I see police reports get rejected by the credit bureaus just because they're not as descriptive for the account in question. So look at the credit report, list the account name, account number, and the amount, then put that on the police report and the FTC report. So the FTC report you could go to by Googling identitytheft.gov, where you could file an online FTC report. And at the same time, you need to file a police report as well. Once you file that police report, they will take about maybe a week to 2 weeks to finalize that police report and give you a copy back. Now, once you get that copy back, then you've been declared a victim of identity theft. Well, then you have proper identity theft report, FTC report and police report. Now, these 2 reports, you're going to go ahead and send to the credit bureaus along with a dispute letter. In the dispute letter, you're going to state, I'm a victim of identity theft. I've not benefited from these accounts in any way. And you're going to go ahead and send those letters out along with a copy of your ID and a recent utility bill with your name and address and recent date within the last 60 days. And you're going to send that to Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and each of the creditors as well, who are reporting fraudulently on your credit report. And you're going to do this via certified return receipt mail. Save that receipt. Really, really important to do so. Now, once the credit bureaus get this information and the creditors get your dispute letter and the police report along with the FTC report, your ID, and your utility bill, they need to correct the credit report within 30 days. Now, if they don't do so, they could choose not to do so if they believe that they have proof that you're not telling the truth. So if that's the case, then you want to find out why did they deny the complaint. As such, you could call the creditor and find out. But if you're 100% sure you've done everything accurately, you go to the next stage, reach out to us, and we'll basically go ahead and get you in touch with one of our associate attorneys. And we could see if you have a case where we could sue the creditors, get you some monetary damages, and get the account removed from your credit report and get everything fixed. Now, again, if you want to save everything that you sent out, make copies of the letter that you're sending out, save the certified return receipt mail receipts when you mail the stuff out. And if you're having problems in computing the dispute letters and what have you, we have templates that we could provide to you. Please reach out to us at info plus fraud at imaxcredit.com. That's info, the plus sign, fraud at imaxcredit.com. Or you could reach out to us at 866-611-4629. And we could basically just free of charge give you these templates, go over your disputes and see if you've done everything properly before you send these out as well too. And again, if you follow these steps, the success rate of this would be 100% with or without our, potentially we may need to get involved, but either working as a team or you initially with your disputes, this may work. Now, keep in mind, don't get disheartened if the creditors and the credit bureaus reject your dispute. Half the time I see them rejecting disputes. And at that particular point, that's when you want to reach out to us. Then we'll see if your disputes were done properly. If they weren't, we'll help you do those disputes to process those. And then if the creditors don't relent, then you have potential violations of the FCRA, and we could get you in touch with an associate attorney who could take action from there on. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I know this could be a little overwhelming. And again, you're not in this alone. Do not give up hope. And if you need some more guidance, just reach out to us. We can give you some templates and guide you through the process, as a complimentary service that we provide to our customers. So without further ado, take action right now. Get your credit reports, call the creditor, and let's get this issue fixed and your credit up to where it belongs.